Hi friends! How is everybody doing today? It's Thursday and it's supposed to be beautiful out today. I am super excited about the sunshine and the warm weather. It was so nice this weekend. I'm glad it is back today. Are you going to get outside and enjoy the sunshine today? I hope so. Definitely hope so. So today we're going to be talking about feelings again. Tuesday we talked about feelings and we read a couple books. One that described a lot of different kinds of feelings that you can feel, and the other one was about being worried and how you feel when you're worried, and that you should talk to an adult when you're worried so that they can help you work through that. Okay? So today we're going to talk a little bit more about feelings. We're going to focus, one of our books is going to be about being mad, and one of our books is going to be about being happy. I like happy. Happy is one of my favoriteest feelings. It just makes us feel good, right? Much better than being mad. But we're going to read a book about being mad and a book about being happy, and then we're going to make stress balls. That'll be fun. So if you want to make stress balls, if you picked up a craft packet from Lakeland this week, you should already have all the supplies. You will need 2 balloons. You will need either a small funnel. You can see if an adult has one. Sometimes they keep them in their kitchen to use for different things. Or you can take a plastic water bottle and you can cut it so that you've just got the funnel part of it. And then you're going to need a filler. This can be anything. This can be flour. It can be rice. It can be powdered sugar. It can be cornstarch, whatever you can find that an adult is willing to let you put into a stress ball will work just fine. Okay? So if you want to go ahead and collect some of those supplies up, we're going to make it after we read our stories today. And I will show you an example. We made one this morning that we made with powdered sugar. And then we're going to make another one during story time, and that one we're going to use, I think I'm saying this right, chai seeds. So we're going to try something different and see, and then Riley and Emmett can tell you if they feel different too. So that will be fun to see if different things have different feelings. So you can make more than one stress ball if you have more balloons, but you're going to want at least 2. It just makes it a little bit, it adds some color, makes it a little more fun and a little more durable. So it's not so apt to break. We don't want them to break. So stress balls are something that we squeeze that helps us to get that stress out when we are feeling really mad. So I thought stress balls would be a good one today since we're talking about being mad, that we could focus on things that we can use to help us calm down when we are mad. So that's why we're going to make stress balls. So if you want to go ahead and get those supplies, or like I said, if you did a craft pickup this week from Lakeland, you should already have them. We put balloons and rice in the craft packets for you to pick up. So if you have that, you can get that out, and we will do that after we get done with our stories this morning. Otherwise, let me tell you about what we're going to be doing. We are going to be doing a craft packet pickup every single week. We're going to be putting out a bin with just lots of different crafts in it. It'll be 1 craft per bag, so you're going to kind of get to look through and see what's there. We just ask that you grab only what you're going to use. Okay, so if you don't know if you're going to use it or not, then we just ask that you don't take it. We just don't want you to hoard them so other people can't use them. There will be a lot of crafts out on Monday, so please don't feel like you shouldn't take something because you should leave it for somebody else. There will be a lot. We are prepping a lot of crafts. There will be a lot of options. We are even prepping some Mother's Day crafts. We figured with no school going on, all the crafts that kids normally make either at playgroup or at school and bring home for moms for Mother's Day isn't happening this year. So we wanted to fix that. So we have 2 different crafts that will be out on Monday that are specifically for Mother's Day. They're crafts that the kids can make with an adult's help. And not overly messy. Let me tell you, it is hard to come up with crafts that do not involve paint on hands or feet for Mother's Day. But we found some. And I think they'll be really cute and moms should really like them. So mom, even if you're the one that has to pick it up, then just give it to another adult and ask them to please help your kids make it. We really don't want you to have to be the one to make it. We still want it to be a fun gift for you. And worst case scenario, you help them make it and then they give it to you. But, so that will be next week. We will be talking about Mother's Day during Storytime on Tuesday and Thursday. I'll be reading books about mothers, and we'll be doing crafts that are geared towards moms again. So, again, moms, if you have to help, I'm sorry. But then at least you're getting some fun things for Mother's Day and you're getting loved on. So that is our main focus for next week, is that we are going to focus on our moms. We're going to love on our moms. We're going to let them know how much we appreciate them. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. Today we're going to finish up talking about feelings and just all the different feelings that we deal with. And then we'll be set for the week. So it is just after 10, so we're going to get started on our first book. And our first book today is called I Was So Mad. Have you ever been mad? Miss Jenny's been mad. It's an easy feeling to get, isn't it? I think it's a little too easy sometimes. It's just too easy for us to get mad. So we're going to talk about being mad today. So this book is by Mercer Mayer. And does anybody know who this is? There's lots of books with this guy in it. Do we know what his name is? His name is Little Critter. So we're going to read about Little Critter today and him being so mad. Oh, look it. Have you ever done that? Gotten mad so you crossed your arms and you sat down all upset? You can just tell by looking at his face that he's mad, can't you? Oh my, looky here. I wanted to keep some frogs in the bathtub, but Mom wouldn't let me. I was so mad. I have to say I agree with Mom. I wouldn't really want frogs in my bathtub either. But that doesn't mean that Little Critter isn't still upset about it, does it? I wanted to play with my little sister's dollhouse, but Dad wouldn't let me. I was so mad. Now, do you think he's playing with little sister's dollhouse the right way? Probably not, huh? No. And I bet it would be okay if he played with it the right way, but if you're playing with somebody else's stuff and you're not using it correctly, then yeah, that's not a good thing to do. I wanted to play hide and seek in the clean sheets, but Grandma said, no, you can't. I was just so mad. Is it probably a good idea for us to play in sheets that just got washed when we're probably dirty from being outside? Probably not. But he's still mad that he didn't get to do what he wanted to do, isn't he? I wanted to water the garden, but Grandpa said, no, you can't. Is it good to want to help? Definitely. But what is happening? He's got his water on too hard, and it's wrecking the plants, isn't it? So instead of helping, he's hurting the plants. So it's always good to help, but if you're unsure of exactly how to do it, you should ask for somebody to show you or teach you first, okay? So I decided to decorate the house, but Grandpa said, no, you can't do that either. Was I ever mad? Do you think Grandpa might be mad too? How do you think your parents would feel if you had painted the side of their house? Probably not very happy, are they? But it's not fun being told you can't do something either. Dad said, why don't you play in the sandbox? I didn't want to do that. Mom said, why don't you play on the slide? I didn't want to do that either. I was too mad. Oh my goodness. Poor little critter. He's just so mad. Sometimes it's hard to get out of that feeling of being mad, isn't it? I wanted to practice my juggling show instead. But Mom said, no, you can't. Look at his juggling show. His juggling show involves eggs that fall off of his head and splatter on the ground and make a mess. Probably not a good choice. I wanted to tickle the goldfish, but Mom said, leave the goldfish alone. Oh no. Again, do you think it's probably a good idea for us to stick our hand in with the fishies? Probably not. They probably don't appreciate it very much. So it's very much based on our choices. So the little critter is mad because he's not making very good choices, is he? You won't let me do anything I want to do, he said. I guess I'll run away. That's how mad I was. Oh, man. Have you ever been so mad that you said you were going to leave? You were going to run away? I sure hope not. I never want my friends to feel they need to run away. So I packed my wagon with my favorite toys. Very important things to remember. And I packed a bag of cookies to eat on the way. Toys and cookies. Both very important things, aren't they? Alright. Then I walked out the front door. But my friends were going to the park to play ball. Can you come too, they asked. Now look at little Critter's face. Does he look so mad anymore? Not so much, does he? What do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to run away or do you think he's going to go play? What's he going to do? So then he says, can I go? Can I go? What do you think Mom is saying? Do you think she's saying yes or no? She looks pretty happy and she's waving at him. And Mom said I could. There, he finally found something that he could do that makes him happy, didn't he? I'll run away tomorrow if I'm still so mad. So glad. Look at him now. He's smiling and he's happy. It's important for us to find something that we can do that we enjoy when we're mad, right? Something to get our mind off of being so mad. Or we talk with an adult about it, right? There he is, mad in the sandbox again. So yes, being mad is something that we're going to deal with, but we need to make sure when we're mad that we talk to an adult about it, right? It's very important that we talk to an adult, and the adult can help us figure out why we're mad and figure out what we can do to not be mad anymore. Okay, so it's very important that we talk with adults. Now, we're going to talk about being happy. That's when I'm happy. When are you happy? I hope a lot. I hope we're happy most of the time. So this is written by Beth Shoshin, illustrated by Jacqueline East. Remember, written is the person that does the writing is called the author. The person that does the illustrating is the person that draws the pictures. Okay? So Beth Shoshin wrote the book and Jacqueline East drew the pictures. Okay? So there's our cover. Let's see what we got. Alright. Are we ready? There are some days when I'm very happy. And there are some days when I'm a little bit sad. But now, on those days when I'm a little bit sad, I try and find my way back to being happy. It's a good idea, isn't it? We'd much rather be happy than sad. So Little Bear is learning how to get back to being happy when he's sad. Sunshine is definitely something that makes me happy, so I'm definitely happy today. When it's cold outside and my daddy and I are clearing up, and when we take a soft striped bag and fill it up with leaves, and when he chooses one special leaf for me because it's deeper, darker, redder than all the others, that would make you feel special, wouldn't it? That would make you happy when somebody gives you a special gift like that, something they picked out specially for you. And when my daddy and I play soccer through the leaves and we're kicking to each other through a tunnel of trees, that's when I am happy. That sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Kicking around a bunch of leaves and running around and laughing and playing. That sounds like all sorts of fun. When it's cozy inside and my mommy and I give each other great big bear hugs. And when we rub our noses together, and when she chooses one special tickle just for me because it's wiggly, squirmy, and makes me laugh more than all the others. Ooh, a special tickle. That sounds fun. That would definitely make me laugh and feel good. My pages like to stick together. And then my mommy gives me the biggest kiss of all. And I reach up to give her a big kiss back. But not as big, because my mouth is still very small. That's when I'm happy. Are you happy when you give kisses and hugs to the adults in your life? That makes me happy. Miss Jenny loves hugs. They just make me feel so happy. When it's night outside, and my daddy and I gaze through the window, and when he takes my hand and points at the night sky, and when he chooses one special star for me, because it's bigger, burning brighter than all the others. That sounds like a very special star to me. How fun for his daddy to pick a special star out for him. Do you think that's something you could do? Maybe. That would be fun. And then my daddy and I count all the stars in the sky, and he says there are more than 119. That is a lot. But I can't count any higher. That's when I'm happy. Have you ever tried to count all the stars in the sky? There are a lot of them, aren't there? They're fun to watch. When it's warm inside and my mommy and I run our fingers through the books, and when we look at all the pictures, and when she chooses one special book for me because it's our favorite, better than all the others. Do you have a favorite book you like to read or have read to you? Does it make you feel happy when that book is read to you? And then my mommy reads the perfect story to me, and I can read some of the words, but mostly the ones with the letters from my name in them. That's when I'm happy. Can you recognize the letters from your name in a book? Even if you can't, it can still make you happy. Does it make you happy when people read books to you? I hope so. I hope I'm making you happy by reading you a book. I like to read books. It makes me happy. When it's dark everywhere and I cuddle up to my mommy and daddy, even though they're asleep, still telling stories to myself, watching stars in the sky, bathed in all their kisses and dreaming of the deep red leaves. All the things that makes him happy. So he's not crawling into bed with mom and dad because he's scared. He's crawling into bed with mom and dad because he's happy, right? And he's thinking about all the things that made him happy today. That is a great way to go to sleep, isn't it? To think about all the good things from your day. That's when we are happy. Look at those happy faces, huh? Very good. I love it when we're happy. It's such a good thing to do. All right. And there's our last the back page. Bears catching leaves that are falling out of the tree. What season is that? When the leaves are yellow and orange on the trees and they're falling out. It's definitely not the season we're in right now. What season is it, Riley?
Fall.
It's fall, isn't it? Yeah, we're in spring right now, aren't we? Our leaves are just starting to show up on our trees. So, those are a couple of our feelings that we've talked that I think a lot of us feel pretty regularly. Mad. What makes you mad? When your sister or brother does something that you don't like, that could make you mad, right? Or if you have to do something you don't want to do, sometimes that makes us mad too. But should we stay mad? Does mad make us feel good? Probably not so much. So we want to try and go from being mad to being happy, right? So it's important that we talk with adults about the fact that we're mad and we're feeling mad and what we can do about that so that we can be happy again. It's very important. All right, I'm going to move us to the table because we are going to make a craft. So we talked about this at the beginning. We are going to make stress balls today. So in order to make stress balls, you're going to need a few things. If you picked up the craft pack, this week from Lakeland, you'll have these supplies. If not, I bet you can find them. So first is that you're going to want 2 balloons. Okay, 2 balloons, because we're going to do 2 to be safe. Can you get down, please? No. You're going to need 2 balloons, because that way we're going to be extra safe with it, okay? So 2 balloons, and you're going to want a funnel. If you do not have a funnel, a lot of adults have funnels in the kitchen, so you can ask an adult. If you don't have a funnel, if you have an empty water bottle, you can take the part where it comes out, and then it gets big into the bottle. You can cut it right there, have an adult help you, and then you'll have a funnel, okay? So you'll need a funnel, and then you're going to need a filler. Why don't you go sit over there, bud? So this morning, we used powdered sugar. We made a stress ball for Emmett this morning. We used powdered sugar. This one, we're going to do something different just because we want to see how different they feel. So we're going to use these chai seeds. So this was the stress ball we made this morning. We've put the green balloon on the inside and the blue on the outside. So we are going to make another one of these, okay? So this was our powdered sugar one. So now we're going to make one with our chai seeds. So you're going to take your inside balloon. So you got to pick. So this is your inside balloon. You're only going to see a little bit of it. The outside balloon is the one we're going to see the majority of the color. Okay? So we're going to take our inside balloon. And we're going to do it a little different than we did this morning. I had a little hard time filling it. So we're going to blow this balloon up and then let it back out. So it's a little stretched out for us. Okay? We're just going to stretch it a little bit so it's got more room. Ready? There we go. Okay, so we've stretched it a little bit. Hopefully we can fit a little more in there because of that. Emmett, can you go get me a spoon, please? Here, I'm going to need a spoon. So we're going to fit this onto our funnel. Doesn't need to go on very far. Just enough that you can get everything in and it's not going to fall off. Thank you. Okay? So we got it on so it's not going to fall off. We've blown it up so it's a little stretched out. Now we get to do the fun part. We're going to start filling it. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so we're going to scoop. I'm going to start with just small amounts. Oh, it's going to make a mess. And we're just going to pour it in there. Definitely going to make a mess. That's okay. It's fun to make a mess, right? You could use, let's see, what are some other things that you could use? If you have some birdseed would probably have a different feel to it. You could use some birdseed. Let's see. Rice is what we sent in our packs, because we figured rice would be an easy one. A lot of them, if you look them up online, call for flour. But we weren't sure with everything that's going on right now if people would really want to use their flour. So we thought we would send something that we could send that wouldn't make a big mess would be rice. So rice would be a good one. I also read a lot of ones that call for cornstarch and water mixed together. So if you want to get a little more creative, if you're a little older and you want to try something a little more challenging, you could research cornstarch and water stress balls. So the fun part about those is supposed to be that the cornstarch and water don't mix well together. So it can be firm or it can be soft. It seems to change consistencies as you go. So something to think about there. We're getting there. I'm trying to see. Can you hear our guineas? They are being very vocal this morning. They apparently think they need to participate in this as well, huh? All right, I think we're going to put just a little more in there. See, we've got it filled. It definitely is much easier to do blowing the balloon up first and having it a little more stretched out. You can fit a lot more in there too. Okay, we're going to call that good. Okay, so now can you see this? So it's filled to about here. So I've got this gap right here. So that's where I'm going to hold so it doesn't go flying. I'm going to take my filter off here. I'm going to shake it down in there some. Try and get it to fit in down in there as much as we can. Alright, and then this is kind of the hard part. You really don't want a lot of air left in there if you can help it. So the goal is to get it in there as much as you can and then tie your knot as close to it as possible. Miss Jenny's going to make a mess. It's okay. Messes are okay, right? We can manage to clean up after ourselves. I just want to try and get this to go down a little more. Don't think it's going to cooperate with me, though. I think it just keeps coming up more. That doesn't do us any good, does it? Yep. Right, we're going to dump a little bit of this out, I think, because it's going to be too hard to tie it as it is. So we're going to dump some out so that it goes down better. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to try and get our air out of it as much as we can. And then we're going to tie a knot. Let's see how this goes, huh? See how much of a mess Miss Jenny makes with it. I'm really good with making messes. Now, you probably should have an adult help you with this. You shouldn't be attempting to knock this out on your own, just because it takes a little bit of work. All right, well, we got a little bit of air in there, but that's okay. All right, so there's our balloon with the seeds in it. Now we're going to do two things. We're going to cut this part off just so it's not so bulky. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that part. We're going to move a little bit of our mess out of the way here. All right, next up, we're going to take our outside balloon and we're going to cut this part off of it. Okay, so we're going to try and get this to cooperate. It's all good, right? We just do the best we can with it. All right. Here is our outside balloon that's not cooperating for me, but we're going to cut like right in here. Okay? There we go. So that you have a hole, because you're going to put that balloon inside this balloon. All right. Now, next thing that I learned is we don't want to put it in this way, because then it's going to kind of look like an egg, unless you want it to look like an egg. So we're going to put it in so this is the bottom, and it kind of is going to pull it in to make it look a little more like a ball. Okay? This is not always the easiest thing to do. Just do the best you can. Pop it on in there. And ours is, our balloon is a little big yet, so we're going to cut it a little bit more. I don't know why that is. It's just not going to cooperate with Miss Jenny today, is it? That's okay. Guess Yeah, this balloon. I think they're probably just different sizes. That's probably our problem. And I can't really add more to this now, can I? Alright. So this is what I'm going to do to see if we can make this any better. We're going to cut off this end also. There. We're going to do, because you can do whatever you want. You can put this, make a bunch of holes in this one, and then go about it that way too. So we're going to see, it's probably just going to be too big, I'm afraid. Must have balloons from 2 different packages, which is possible. Whoopsies. Got it. Yep, our balloon is just too big for us. We'll cut them more off and see if it will stay. Who knows? That's okay. It's still fun. I mean, you can still use this part if your balloons don't want to cooperate like ours. But that's okay. Here we go. All right, we'll cut a little more off of this. Might be a good idea to compare your balloons before you start, though, so that you know if one is bigger than the other. Oh my goodness gracious. Miss Jenny is just not having no luck today. Riley, can you stop, please? Alright. Whether this works or not, we're going to go with it. Okay, friends? Maybe. If we can get it open. There we go. Okay. We're going to put this on. Nope, still too big. That's okay, though. We'll call it good. So the main thing we want to know, Emmett, can I have that one, please? So then we're going to find out, so we've got 2 different textures now. We've got this one that's got the powdered sugar in it, and we've got this one with the chai seeds in it. So this one is definitely more squishy. Look at how that pops out, and that's gives a little bit more. But it definitely has different feels to it. So you can definitely make different stress balls for different feels to them, right? All right, friends, I'm going to let you go. I want you to have a great day. Have fun making your stress balls. And don't get stressed making them, okay? Miss Jenny's didn't work great. It's okay. It's still fun to play with, okay? So, have a great day, and I'll see you next week. We're going to talk about moms, okay? See you later, friends.
Bye.